Hey, it's Al Calhoun with Coveted Consultant. Let's talk about what your first B2B blog post should look like. You've decided to create content. You want to put that content out in a packaged way so that a business owner can appreciate it, and you want to get it right. So what is the format you should use? Let me give you the answer right now. You want to identify the question being asked by your prospects and clients. You want to answer that question as fast as you possibly can. If you need to support that answer, then you can do so with a given framework as necessary. If this framework needs support, then you can use subheads to support it. How long should the post be? The post should be about 1,000 words in length. And if you're talking the content out, or if you're making a video about the content, then it should be about 10 minutes of purposeful content. There's your answer. There's your structure. But you're going to reject this because it sounds too simple. So let's go a little bit deeper here so we can appreciate why we push back on the simplicity here and what executing on this simplicity will get you. Quick backstory for reference. This question came up in a paid group that I'm in. A lady asked a question about creating some new content pieces, and we were talking about all the different frameworks and options and choices and all the complexity involved with that. And then in that conversation, she eventually asked about workflow, how she might create these content pieces quickly and effectively. And then even more complexity showed up. And by the time we got through discussing all of those details, I was thinking to myself, she'll never make it. We have filled her head full of too many options. This should be simpler. And it got me thinking, what is the simplest approach? And why do we reject that simplicity? Why do we bring on more and more complexity? So I'm going to try to answer that for you right now. So I call this the content writer's grid. And so if you want to be a content creator, you're going to fall in one of three major categories. There's the best practices you already understand. There are the things you'd like to learn about in order to do it better. And then there's what you're prepared to do today, the execution steps you are prepared to take today. In practicality, we find ourselves in one of three major categories. So let me kind of lay those out for you here. So one category here is you live in the balance between knowing what the best practices are and always wanting to learn more to make sure that those best practices are best refined. So the people over here are the intellectuals. Always learning, always studying, always trying to find that greatest, sharpest edge. Anything wrong with this? No, there isn't. But these people, the intellectuals, suffer from analysis paralysis. You studied so much, you've learned so much that you just kind of get stuck in your own brain. Then there are the people who are balanced in between what they're prepared to do today and what they'd like to learn about. These people are the perfectionists. There's always this balance of, I know what I should do today. I know what I want to do today, but I want to make sure it's right. Let me make sure that this content I'm creating is on the cutting edge. It's got all the details. It's got everything just right about it because I don't want to publish the wrong or bad thing. Anything wrong with this? No. But these people suffer from doubt. They're always doubting what they know to do. They're always doubting what they're currently doing because they're looking for the newest, greatest, latest thing. The perfectionist suffers from doubt. The third category are people who know what to do today. They're prepared to take action today, and they do it in respect of the best practices they currently understand. These people are the pragmatists. Right? Here's what I know. Here's what I can do. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it now, and then we'll just have to see what comes. The pragmatist suffers from imperfect execution. So yeah, he's going to make some stuff. She's going to make some stuff, and it may not be the best, and you may have to figure it out along the way. But that's the risk they live with. I think the worst place to be in is swirling between these three things. You bounce between one and the other, and you never quite land in a category. I think that's the worst place to be in. I think the best place to be in is to be in the place of the pragmatist. Keep making content. Make content the way you know how to do it today and do it in alignment with the best practices you already understand. Why is that thinking so powerful? Well, let's go back to our core framework here. If you'll just do this over and over and over again, what you'll have at the end of the month are a certain number of content pieces. What you'll have at the end of the year is a certain number of content pieces. You will have content that you can then upgrade, improve, deepen, refine, or repurpose. But you have building blocks that can be used to create the next thing. Once you have enough content pieces, then you're welcome to come back down here and look at, are we still meeting the best practices? What new things should we learn? What new content piece can we now create? But I believe the beginning of the most profitable loop here is to start with being a pragmatist. Answer the question you know to answer. Deliver the best possible answer you can. Structure that answer as elegantly as you possibly can and put that in front of the people who are looking for that answer. I think in the end, that is the most profitable place to begin your content creation, and that rhythm I think you'll find exponential for you.